Hey kids, this is Jack. Welcome back to the Jungle Adventure Zoo. This is my Planet Zoo Sandbox project. If you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. If you're one of my regulars, welcome back. What we're doing today is we're going to put together a habitat for orangutans. Now, this is in fitting with my Land of the Apes area. That's what I've been doing here. I have mandrills here, I have bonobos here, and I've got western lowland gorillas over here. So what we're going to do in this space is we're going to do orangutans. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start the game so it's moving. This does of course mean that every once in a while we'll be interrupted with a problem. As always, I'm going to outline the space that I'm using with null barriers. Now, this right here is of course the edge of the zoo. That's the zoo border. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run this a little ways in, but not much, because, you know, we're going to run it along the path naturally. But I do want to give the orangutans enough space to be orangutans. Alright, let's bring it back around this way. The angle snap on? Oh, that's what. Why is the angle snap on? I never play with angle snap. That's weird. Just came on automatically. Okay, that's a rough outline of what we want to do with the enclosure. I'm going to bring this in because I'm, not going to do anything with that. Now that I've got the rough outline, I'm immediately going to remove these two sections, and I'll show you why. It's because what I want to do is I want to carve some holes. I know that sounds weird, but that's basically what I want to do. Starting right about now. I'm not even sure if this is going to work, but I'm hoping. So wish me luck, guys. This, if this works, this is going to be great. Okay, let's reset this. No, come on. We're going to reset it completely so that it's straight. There we go. Okay. Now you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. One more and then we can go to the flattening tool. Whoops, way too big, way too big. Let's bring this down to about a 3. Yeah. It's deep so that it's, so we're getting a little overhang. That's alright, that's alright. We will deal. Now, we're not going to have a depression the entire way, just through here. What I want to do, well, I'll show you. I want to add another waterfall. Here's what I want to do. And I'm going to do my best to disguise the waterfall. So let's get rid of the blueprints. And is that the right one? I hope so. Let's see. Let's use this one instead. Okay. All right. You guys have seen this technique before in the crocodile habitat. I'm just basically doing the same thing. And then we will play around with the rocks shortly. Now, all right. Let me see. We're going to put another one right here and just angle it a little. Okay. Now comes the hard part, and that is we're going to disguise these waterfall pieces with rocks and plants and such. Okay, we just had an alert. 1 second. Tropical. Alright, let's see what the alert is. Many guests think that ticket prices are underpriced. Okay, well let's raise them to 30 bucks a piece. How about that? 30 bucks for adults, 30 bucks for children. And then let's get back to the waterfall. So rocks. I want to use the tropical rocks, so we're going to use mossies. All right. And I know that's covering up some of the plants, but you know what? That's all right. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the good of the zoo. All right. I wonder. We don't really need the big rocks. We can just like coat these things because this is an artificial waterfall after all. And nobody's going to pretend otherwise. Oh, we might have some baby gorillas soon. That's a good sign. This is going to be a bit tedious, so, I apologize for that. But, I did say that I didn't want to use speed runs, and I had good reason for it, and I stand by my reasons. A lot of times when there are speed runs, you can't tell what is being done. And I prefer that you guys be able to see exactly what I'm doing when I do it, and for me to explain why while I'm doing it. It just seems better to me that way. Like I said, this is an artificial waterfall. Everybody knows it's an artificial waterfall. So while I'm going to try and make it look a little naturalistic, if it still looks a little artificial, you know what? That's fine. That's just fine. Here's something I'm going to do. This is a tree. So voila. Now, mossy rock, mossy rock, mossy rock pillar. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm doing okay. Having fun. Took a little break from playing several of the games. What I did was I went ahead and recorded a week ahead, and as a result, I had a lot of material just sitting around waiting for you guys to watch it. And that's always cool. I don't mind that. I was looking forward to getting back into this though, because I love playing this game. It's a fun game. It's calming. It's all those things. It really is. And although, as I said in the comments on one video, the game is more about building the habitat than actually watching the animals do their thing. Because I know, a couple of people were like, well, we want to see the animals. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll show you the animals, I promise. But the primary thing here is that we build habitats. That's the point of the game, building the habitats. And, so while I do plan on giving you guys another tour. There will be another zoo tour. Like I said, the primary purpose of the game, or not, the primary goal in the game, is for you to build habitats. That's not the right rock. That's way not the right rock. Let's see, what is the right rock? It's a little too big. Let's just use this one. And of course, building the habitats, managing the zoo, making sure the guests are happy, all that number, it's all part of the package. I've also considered, I picked up Jurassic World Evolution, and it looks really cool. I've never played that. I might give that a try sometime. I've seen other people play it, and it looks, it looks a lot like the original Zoo Tycoon, to be honest. And that's very cool, because I loved the original Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, this is going to look kind of funky. Well, you know what? Funky is as funky does, as Forrest Gump might say. Come on. That's... Alright, habitat cleanliness. Which habitat is that? That's... Oh, really? Okay. Well... Let's make sure that there's enough people working. And while we're at it, let's name the habitat. And hey, Kelsapries, the cheetah is stressed again. Alright. Is there a reason I can't... Okay. So yeah, it's all going to start with this waterfall, but the waterfall is just the beginning. You know, after that we're going to work on the rest of the habitat naturally. And what I want to do is I want to vary the terrain levels a little. I want to, you know, we're going to add some climbing in there. And just generally turn it into something that orangutans will have a good time in. I want my apes to be happy. I want all my animals to be happy because it's important that your animals are happy anyway. But you know, I'm a nice guy. I like it when the animals, even the imaginary ones in my fake zoos that I'm building as part of the game, I like it when my animals are happy. Happy animals means happy guests, means happy player. Yeah, we're going to do a little cosmetic surgery on this later on to make sure that it's all set. Now, I'm not just going to be relying on the waterfall blocks here, because obviously, given my placement of the rocks, there needs to be more water flow, so I'm going to be playing with this just a touch. But primarily, I wanted it to be these blocks. Okay, come on, you. Alright, now I'm going to go back here, and we have waterfall, water rapids, waterfall bottom, waterfall midsection. Okay. Waterfall top. I think that pretty much represents, you know, I mean, if the waterfall is hitting those rocks, it's going to splash, right? That looks about right, doesn't it? I think it looks pretty good. We're going to bring another one right down here. Now this one we're going to pull back just a touch. And just to add a little extra waterfall-y action. Is waterfall-y a word? If it isn't, it needs to be. How about that? Okay. That looks like a pretty good waterfall, if I do say so myself. Let's borrow some bamboo over here. Wait. Copy it, copy it. Everybody copy it. And we'll fill in some gaps. We'll also add some along here. And along here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I think it looks pretty good. So let's reconnect these barriers, shall we? Alright, now that the barriers are back in action, what we're going to do is we are going to switch out. Let's see, what do I need? I need that to come right about here, and we're going to make this we're going to make it concrete, and I'm going to raise it up just a touch. And this also will be concrete, and we're going to raise it up to match. Staff are having to queue to use the facility. Yeah, that's because I got more staff than I do break rooms. We're going to fix that in a second, but that's alright. Alright. There we go. And we'll add some staff facilities here. A keeper hut, obviously. And we're going to add a break room for the staff just because, you know, they need a break room. I don't think there's any way to put that there. That's alright. We'll go with the small one. I'm going to add a second one over here. Because like I said, they don't. I haven't included enough of them, and you know they need break rooms. Oh, come on. All right. Now there's a nice confusing path. Okay. So, the barrier. We're going to continue to keep it concrete in the back. And probably wood in the front. Now here's the thing. Drain water. I could take it all the way to here, but I don't want that. What I want is down there. Okay. And then we will add waterfall top, foam, splash, waterfall bottom. Is that the murky? No, it's the regular. Okay.